Well, hello, hello, hello. Hi, you guys. How the heck are you? What is happening on this hot August day? Can you believe it is August already? It is crazy. Just in case we haven't met yet, my name is Chris Acton with Acting Creative, and this is Live at the Loom. Woohoo! We are officially in year 5. Hopefully, you were able to join us last week where we celebrated our 5-year anniversary. Craziness. That is wild. And I'm so grateful you're here to hang with me because none of this happens without you. That's how this works. Otherwise, this is just me talking into a screen, and that's kind of boring. So I'm so grateful you're here. Everyone, please give a huge hello and thank you to Lori, our gatekeeper, who is keeping us online, mostly keeping me online, trying to keep me online. That is a constant battle she faces, and thankfully she is up for the job. We're very grateful that she is there to keep me from doing too many stupid things. That's really what it's about. There's going to be a few slip out. It's just going to happen. But yes, that's okay, let me say some hellos. Let me start with this one though, because this week Sherry Jansen had a birthday. Everyone, she says Chris's Warped Weavers. Yes, yeah. Happy birthday to Sherry! And since we're on the topic of birthdays, this is a very big week because my cousin Jeremy, his birthday was on the 5th. Stephanie's was on the 6th, and today is sweet Jace. You guys got to meet Jace, one of the nephews who popped in. Jace is turning 13 today. He's a teenager. Oh! I mean, it's yeah. He's now into the teens, but so many birthdays right now. Yes. Brittany says, if I had a kazoo, I would play it for Lori. Yes. Thank you, sweetheart. We all would. That's awesome. Yes, we absolutely would do that. All of the beautiful birthdays. Carol says, I'm not just warped, I'm a weaver, so I'm weft too. Oh, this is wonderful. Okay, thank you. She puts in her, Nessa. Hello, Nessa. How are you? Love that. Okay, let me say some other hellos. We have starred all the comments here so I can say hello to the beautiful people. Hello, Jennifer Fowler, and Anne is here from Cyprus. And Gemma is on. Hello, Gemma. And Connie Peterson. And let's see who else is joining us. Look at all the beautiful faces. Rhonda is on. Ghislaine is here. Mary Howard is here. Deb. Hello, Deb Ruppel. How are you? Christy Lofton is on. Look at this crew. Hello, Donna Cunningham. And Tina Harper is here. I love that. I just got to see Tina last night because Tina's part of our Dress the Loom course, which has been so fun. We're on week 3 already. Can you believe that? I feel like we were just promoting it, getting ready to open the doors, and now we're halfway through. Amazing. So good to see you, honey. Let's see. Keelan says I had a couple of good craft shows. I even sold one of my cotton silk scarves. Wow. Keelan, that's amazing. Congratulations, my friend. That is huge. That is when you have some of those first sales and someone else buys something and you're like, oh, someone else likes this too. It's not just me. I mean, that is really an aha and an amazing moment. So we're all here to cheer you on. We're so proud of you. That's amazing. Ruth is here. Brittany is on. Ellen is here. She's just here for a moment because she has guild meeting to get to. Good for you. Hello, Carrie. Yes. Cindy's here. She says, sitting in my vehicle watching, and my hubby has to listen because I forgot my earbuds. Hello, hubby. See, there was something about what was it? Carol said she's done haying, which is awesome. We are happy for you that huge task is all finished. I see Liz is here and Mike Knoll. Mike Knoll is on. Hello, Mike. Long time no see. We're so happy you're here. Oh, I cut my lip. No, friends, this is when you pick at something a little too vigorously. I thought there was some kind of contract that said when I got out of my teenage years, I'd stop having weird things growing on my face, and that just hasn't happened. That's what is that? What is that? We are grown people. Why do we still have weird things on our face? I don't know. But yes, I'm okay. Thank you so much. Yeah. Hello, Sky. I was here before. Just had to do something in one of my 500,000 other tabs. Oh, I can appreciate that. I can appreciate that. For sure. Hey, hello, Sam. Let's see who else is joining us. She says, Rhonda says, listening today, my keyboard is broken. Oh, that technology. Oh, man. Like I say, technology is great when it works. When it doesn't, I don't know about you, but I want to throw things. That's usually Jody Ibarra is on. Hello. Cindy says my hubby got a good chuckle from the hello. Excellent. Husbands, partners, friends, family, they're all welcome. That's you. That can come along. That's okay. That's all right. Brittany says my laptop was mad at me. Had to close a bunch of tabs yesterday. Oh, been there. Been there. Jennifer Fowler says hormones cause those weird things. Is that part of what it is? Oh, drat those hormones. So, friends, how are you? How has your week been? What is happening in your corner of the world? It's a new month, so I had to pick a new color. I picked yellow for us for August. I figure it's a cheery color. It's certainly, if we're thinking this representing heat, that's we got that covered. Although, to be fair, our week for the most part has been beautiful. Just the last couple of days have been heating back up. But we had some days that were just the perfect temperature. As a matter of fact, the Cheston Art Fair is always the first weekend in August. And it is always 90,000 degrees and storming. And this weekend, Mother Nature was like, I'm going to smile on you. And it was beautiful here. I wasn't here for it, but it was beautiful here. And I just keep thinking that was your one. that was next year. We'll go back to being 90,000 degrees and storming. It happens. It happens. So tell me how your week is. Tell me what projects you have in your Loom. What is happening in your corner of the world? Let me know what's happening. I'm walking some ice water today because the aforementioned heat. Yeah, that's why. Sky says hormones. What hormones? That cracks me up, Sky. See, here is why this is so fun, because so many of you are a similar kind of age range to where I am, and you understand what's happening on this side. Hello, Ruth. She said, this Monday, my 7-year-old girl launched my 5-year-old son off of the couch as I played ejector seat, and he's broke his arm. Oh, no. He had to be sedated and reset. Absolutely no fun. Oh, Ruth. Oh, darling. I hope that he heals quickly, as I would guess most of 5-year-old boys do, but that is still, oh, I like the description. Launched him off the couch. I like it. Yeah. Okay. Ooh, very good, Carol. Filming for the sectional beam video starts tomorrow. I can't wait to get that off my plate too. Okay. Friends, our good friend Carol is going to be doing a video about working with the sectional beam. And the second it's done, I'm going to share it with all of you, because I don't do sectional warping, but Carol does, and she knows lots of things. So I'm happy to share that with everyone, because I'm trying to do more of that. Like, just because I don't do it doesn't mean the community isn't going to want to know about that. So that's why I brought in Carol as a guest teacher to tell us about what was it? Something. What did Carol talk about? See, now I'm thinking, who is it that kept saying it was a castle, and now I can't get that out of my head. Okay, someone type it in. What did Carol? Temples. Thank you. Temples. Thank you, Carol. See, this is what happens when the camera is on. Somehow, like, my mental capacity shrinks down to hardly anything. Like, it's all I can do just to keep talking. That's all I got. Temples. Thank you so much. Okay. Where were we before I had major brain fart right on the air? Right there in the air. Okay. Liz says, I'm trying superwash wool on the ridge of heddle. like weaving with rubber bands. Oh, is there really a lot of stretch to it, Liz? That's fascinating. I've never played with superwash wool. Ooh. Hmm. There's mustache comments going on in the background. Mm-hmm. Ellen says planning a new silk linen scarf. Ooh, and finishing up a special project. Oh, Ellen, she's fabulous. She always has all kinds of things in the hopper. I love that. Jennifer Fowler is still working on the warp for the overshot shawl. I got my new camera and mic yesterday. Woo! Jennifer, when you're ready, I will I'll bring everybody into the fun there. That's awesome. Okay. Monius music. See, and I'll remember it's Chris, right? Yeah, thank you, Chris. See, this is what I need help with, friends. If you put your name like right there, that's perfect. Hello, Chris. Warped and finished my first small rug project on my new Union Loom. Okay, Union Loom is a beast, isn't it? Is that one of those really, really heavy rug looms? Okay, let me ask this, Monius, Chris. Where do you put that? Where does that fit in your house? Is that in a bedroom? Is that in a dining room? Is that right in the middle of the living room? People have to look around it to see the TV. Where does a Union Loom fit in your house? Basement, maybe? What? I am very curious. Oh, see, Brittany is getting ready for a mini trip with my brother's family and my parents. Looking forward to spending time with nephew and niece. Brittany, this sounds awesome. As long as you like your family, that's hopefully that is a good thing. That's yes. When you get back though, if you need a break, and you can always hop on and we'll be like, I'm sorry, Brittany needs a break from family. She has to come hang with her friends here on Live at the Loom. We got you. Just give us a little ear tug or something, a little sign, a secret symbol that you need a break. We got you. Mm-hmm. Yeah. See, all the kids will bounce back. That's exactly right. Mm-hmm. Yes. See, we're excited, Carol, about the sectional beam video. We are ready. Okay, so Mike says I'm ripping through is this supposed to be huck lace? I kind of like buck lace. That's fun. A buck lace scarf set. I need to hem some towels. Okay. And wind on a warp for the blankets that have been on my Norwood for far too long. Mike, you have quite the laundry list, my friend. That I love that. Keeping everything moving. That is fantastic. Okay. Ooh, Christy has a question for us. Discontinued 8-2 colors. Any resource ideas to contact? Ooh. Okay. See the aforementioned brain fart. I got nothing. Who else has Christy's back? What you got? A2 discontinued colors. What do you think? Mike, I got you. I figured you meant huck lace. That's yes. Although maybe we should call something buck lace. That sounds fun. I like it. Yeah, Ruth says, Carol, can't wait to see your sectional beam video for the win. Woohoo! I am learning how to use warp chains for 2-inch sections instead of my spool rack for the 1-inch sections on my old loom. Wonderful. I love how you guys are always kind of finessing the process. That's part of the fun, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Hello, Alex. She says, I'll watch for Carol's sectional beam vid, but it just makes me want to have more. Buy more. You are not alone, Alex Madison. Nope. Mm-hmm. Okay, Geelan says she orders from MD Weaving. Where is that? That's a new one for me. MD Weaving. Okay, all right. Gemma, my rigid heddle is warped and ready, waiting for my hand spun for the tapestry piece. Oh, Gemma, I love that. I love that. Do you know what? I took a tapestry class once, and I had played with it before that, and the class was very different. It was actually, and I didn't really read the description very well, so shame on me, but the tapestry class was like ideas for tapestry kind of class. It wasn't a techniques for tapestry. So it was fun. It just wasn't quite what I thought. It was many years ago though. And I did it at the John C. Campbell Folk School. Shout out to the John C. Campbell Folk School. I love it there. It's a fantastic it's just like crafting camp for adults. It's so much fun. Yes. Okay. Cindy says double width towel on Earl is going well. Napkins on Vernon are feeling neglected as I work on Earl. You know what? Here is the good news, darling, is that I think Vernon will be okay. I'm just hazarding a guess here, is that I think Vernon will be all right. Do we need to talk to him? If you need some reinforcements, just we'll do a Zoom. I'll have a discussion. We'll make sure Vernon's set, because I understand. Oh, there we go. Carol says, yeah, she had a union loom. That was Fergus. Yeah. Sectional beams. We're excited, Carol. Brittany says, I'm so jealous of you guys and you're warping. It gets easier the more you do it, right? Yes, it does. Yes, as a matter of fact, it does, Brittany. It gets a lot easier. You start to, you know what to look for. You get quicker. Yeah, it becomes more efficient. That's probably a good word. It becomes more efficient the more you do it. That is for sure. Connie says, I have an 11-inch 2-harness loom that was dragged out of the garage. Norm is sanding, staining, tightening it, and I'm tying string heddles while we are talking. Oh, I like it. You're a very good multitasker, Connie Peterson. That's for sure. Carol was saying that her union loom was the same size as the Norwood cherry loom, just chunkier. We love a chunky loom. We love that. Okay. All right, Brittany, we won't worry about you then. She says she loves her family, especially nieces and nephews. Okay. All right. We won't worry about you then. We won't watch for the secret sign, the secret, the code word. No, it's all right. Sherry says working on a 34-inch wide crook broad rug. Should be about 40 inches long. Excited to see the color combo pop. 34 by 40. Oh, nice. Ooh, that's going to be a nice size, Sherry. Is this for your house somewhere? Is this for someone else? Where does this go? I have a spot and by the kitchen, the back door. Jennifer Fowler says, my sister-in-law visited this week and got the studio tour, and I got to teach about weaving. Woo! That sounds like a win-win. Anyone who's remotely interested, just bring them right in. Like, just swirl them into the vortex of weaving. Now that you have asked the question, I need 2 hours of your time and your full undivided attention. Yeah. Oh, thank you. MB Broussard. Is that what it is? Thank you, Sam, for explaining the yarn thing. MB, is that what it was? Broussard? Christy, I use sectional beam on the Cranbrook loom. Great to put on long warps and lots of stripe changes. Ooh, that would be helpful as you're changing colors all the time. That would be very helpful. Ruth says, oh, shucks, Christy, looks like you have to start dyeing your own yarn now. That's, yeah. Okay, Gemma says, haven't been on, Osteha for a couple weeks. The first August firecrackers and fireworks did a number on my mental health. Oh, that's understandable. Oh, Gemma, I totally get it. Absolutely, yes. Jody is weaving with bamboo cotton in some summer colors for a long thread media submission. Wow, it's turning out lovely, and I hope they like it. Of course they will, darling. And if they don't, come talk to us. I love your projects. Jody does such a good job. She and Jessica over there, they are killing it. This is like goals, online business goals right there. Yeah. Oh, different one. MD Weaving is in Canada. Okay. Are you all just trying to confuse me on purpose? Donna says, first thing I did when I got my Leclerc was remove the sectional rakes from warp beam. Can you still warp front to back with sectional? Looking forward to the video. Can you still warp front to back with sectional? Kind of. Sure. It's just a matter of how you're tying it on. I think you kind of lose the magic of it, though, don't you? If you're doing front to back. Yeah. Oh, no. Connie says Aurora Earth has discontinued champagne. Don't we have an Aurora Earth specialist in the crowd here? Christy, thank you for the contact idea. It's a little frustrating when colors disappear. Yes. When you're counting on those and you need them for your projects. That is tough. Sky, I just have awe for those of you who seem to be able to warp weave, take off the loom and warp again. It seems so easy. Oh, Sky. I don't know. Do you ever think it's easy, friends? Let me know. Is that true? Do you think it's easy? I think it's less hard. How's that? I think the more you do it, it makes more sense in your head. So therefore, you don't have to think about all the steps all the time. Some just becomes intuitive. but easy. Do you think it's easy? Does it ever get easy? That's a good question. I like that. Hello, Nina Taylor. Look at all the pretty people on today. Connie says, Flora is naked. So is Ilya, but I'm winding a warp for her. Okay. Cherry has 2 more napkins on her. Kelda has about 2 more placemats. I love I love Connie's laundry list. That's awesome. Mm-hmm. Yep. Christy says she's looking for mill green and teal. Oh, see, we're gonna bring in the big guns. Jody Ibarra, do we have those things somewhere? Yeah. Okay. See. Brittany says, was hoping to weave yesterday, but spent hours fixing my warp and didn't have time to weave. Oh, that's the worst. Okay, that's the worst. When you're like, okay, I'm giving myself a half an hour and I've in between appointments, place I have to be, things I have to do. And then you sit down and you're like, oh crap. There's a broken thread. There's a thread in the wrong dent. Something happened. You spend all that time fixing it. That is much less satisfying. I feel you, Brittany. That's Connie started a new blanket on a geese for a special order from the granddaughter Ashley. Aw, love that. Let's see here. Who else do we have? Gemma's been helping out on the frame loom, giving tips and techniques. Oh, they're so lucky to have you, Gemma. That is awesome. Ooh, Sherry, hopefully to the Iowa State Fair next year. Oh, that's where the rug is going. Okay. I'm determined to earn a blue ribbon. Haven't seen this year's results yet. The fair opened today. Did you submit things, Sherry, this year? Keep us posted, please. That's very exciting. Oh, and Connie says, Matilda still has the wool rug. Bert Marie is ready for this week's demonstration. That's wonderful. Okay. Oh, thank you, Cindy. She's clarifying for me. Brassard and MD Weaving are 2 different companies, both in Canada. Wow. That's a good thing to live in Canada, isn't it then? Man. See? Love that. Mike made very colorful towels for his mom. She absolutely loves them, as she should. Mike, you're a good son. Look at that. Yeah. I like it. Christy says, my husband is so supportive that I have looms in 2 houses, now a dining kitchen. You know, who needs to cook food? Come on. It's, looms are much more important. Hey, Dawn's on. Hello, Dawn. How the heck are you? See, we love everyone who's coming around. That's awesome. Okay, so you know how your phone has the whole like when you say like, hey Siri or something like that, my phone just lit up. Some combination of words I just said makes it think that I needed to do something. Yeah. Sam says the weaving gets easier, but for me, the rest is still hard. Okay, thank you. Okay, I can appreciate that. Liz says, now that I switched to Chris's front to back warping, it is easy. Woohoo! We'll take it, Liz. We will take it. That is awesome. Carrie says she loves setting up the loom more than the actual repetition of weaving the pattern. Hi, Carrie, you're such a weirdo. We love that. I mean that in the best possible way, darling. That is just awesome. Someone should love that. I don't mind it. I don't know that I love it more than the pattern, but you know me. I change it constantly as I'm weaving because of boredom and other things. So Connie says, no, it's never easy. I give a deep sigh when I have to start a new warp. I keep telling myself it's worth it. Can't weave if you don't dress the loom. Truer words have never been spoken, Connie Peterson. Guylaine says, or you do like me and just use the ends of your rolls. I have so many different blues all over the place. I call them my OCD test towels. Ooh, okay, but Guylaine, I would love that. You know me, the more color, just toss it all in there. Just it's like colorful weaving soup. Yeah. Hello, Nessa. She says, I'm a beginner and I still have my first project on my original heddle. Congratulations. And I haven't figured out how to set it up here at home to weave. Oh, okay. How can we help you, dear? Let's, did someone else help you set it up? What do you need assistance with? We're here. We got you. You just tell us what you need and someone will know something. Okay. It's true, right? I laugh when I say that, but it's true. Someone here is going to know something that will help you. It's very true. Oh no, sad. Jody says champion, is it champagne and mill green are all gone. Oh no, Jody, that's not okay. Oh man. Brittany says you got it exactly right. Once I had fixed my warp, I realized I was missing a thread. Oh man. Okay, all we can say is that we sympathize and we feel you. We feel you. Carrie, I'm gifting my Lee Surrender coverlet to my sister. Oh, sweet. So I have to make another one for me. Might do snails and paws. Oh, I'll have to look those up, Carrie. I'm not sure how they're different. Well, I'm sure that sounded weird. See, when the camera is on, weird things come out of my mouth. It just happens. It's a good thing you're a patient lot. Snails and paws. I'll have to check that out. The Lee Surrender was intense, Carrie. That was a lot. By the way, that seems like a good segue right there. Let me just tell you all that we have a Facebook group. Yes, we do. Our merry band of weavers here on Live at the Loom. And that actually started because of the Weave Along stuff. It prompted us to start a Facebook group. And in that Facebook group, you can post pictures, you can ask questions, you can cheer each other on. It is just a really delightful place to live online and hang out and see all kinds of amazing things, such as Carrie's Lee Surrender project. Amazing. So if you do Facebook at all, you are invited. Come over, click on the link, and join us there. By the way, if you're like, that link is crazy long, just go into the groups and search for Acting Creative. It will pop up. It's the only one there. So you'll find it. I have faith in you. Just make sure to answer the questions, and we'll welcome you with open arms. Because more weavers, more weavers. We love that. Okay, this is for the Iowa State Fair. She submitted 5 things. One being the April Weave Along honeycomb pattern that I made into a pillow. The others are a rug, a blanket, a towel, and a crook broad item made into a wall hanging. These sound amazing, Sherry. You should win blue ribbons for all of them. Put me on the judging. That's, yes. Yeah. I like it. Brittany says, Carrie, you're welcome to set up my Loom whenever you want. Weren't we talking about this before? We need to have a traveling band of weavers that just go around and set up looms. Just, it can be a nice service that we offer. Brittany, where do you live? If you're anywhere close, maybe I can find someone to help you out there. There's some kind of business idea there, right? Oh, look at this. Lori, see here, Lori's doing her job. She says, please hit the like button. Subscribe for the August Weaving Love. Yes. Thank you, darling. She's such a, I can't do it without her. She's invaluable. It's another t-shirt idea. Weaving soup. Yep. Ruth says my mom is bringing over some tencel. Lots of fabulous colors. Any insights to if it is significantly different to work with than cotton? Woo. Okay, I've done a little bit with tencel. What do you guys think? Tencel versus cotton. Here's the nice thing is that the sizing is the same. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure the sizing is, if it says 8-2 and tencel is the same. Is that correct? Carolyn says peach pie is over had a weaving accepted into it. Okay, darling, I'm going to need you to translate that one. Oh, look at this. Alex has a reminder too. Look at this. That's so sweet. Very nice. Thank you so much, Alex. You guys are wonderful at reminding me to do that. I'm too busy chatting with you guys, trying to remember my words. That's really the key here. Carrie says, I'd love to be the wandering warper. They just need to invent the teleporters. I can't fly as much as I used to. Right? Exactly. Once we figure out that kind of Star Trek moment, then it's all over for us. We are doing it. Dawn says, I loving waffle. Okay, take 2. Dawn says, I'm loving weaving the waffle weave washcloths. Wow. Say that like 5 times fast. Weaving the waffle weave washcloths. That's a good for any like actors and singers who do the exercises with the pronunciation. Busting my stack of tubes with small amounts of yarn on them, so they're going to be all sorts of colors. I love that, Dawn. I cannot wait to see it. That sounds fantastic. Carol says she didn't see a big difference between tencel and cotton. Tencel can be stretchier or more slippery depending on the process. but she likes a softer drape, so a looser set. Oh, I like it. Excellent. Let's see. Oh, Snails and Paws is Wandering Vines. Thank you, Gemma. I know Wandering Vines. I know that one. Snails and Paws. I think we talked about this, didn't we? About how there's different names for those. Mm-hmm. Jody says, walking and typing without my reader. Sorry for the misspelling. We got you, Jody Barrow. We understand. I'm just tickled that you brought us along on your walk. That's awesome. Mm-hmm. Yes. Okay, friends, I think it's time to weave something. Don't you think? I love it. Oh, wait. Brittany says, I'm in Bloomington near Minneapolis. We've got Minneapolis people. Don't we have Minnesota people here? We do, right? Am I making that up? See? Okay, friends. All right. Yeah, I think we've gone through the list. Let's weave something, shall we? So in the last week or so, here, I'm going to bring you in so you can see it. I'll give you frame of reference first. All right, here we go. Hold on. No one gets seasick, okay? So here, this is where we are. This is, boy, it's much more difficult than you think it should be. It shouldn't be this hard. This is, I'm doing like a navy as my weft here. Yes, we're still doing ukulele towels. There's a million trillion of them. And do you see the green below though? That was kind of a pretty version, right? I did this like pale, like a apple green kind of, I would say. But this, I'm really kind of digging this. Now, here's the thing. These are ukulele towels, so they're very narrow. I say that like everyone knows what a ukulele towel is. It's something we're inventing, but these are going to come off. They're all cotton. They'll be washed and dried, and then we'll hem them into, I think about 22 inches long is going to be the length for them. And then they will lay beautifully over a ukulele, protecting the instrument in the case. That's the whole idea. And of course, you can use them outside of the case too if you are, it's a hot day and you don't want to get all the sweat and oils on your instrument. It can be a way to protect you from the instrument. That's the concept. But here's what I've been doing. I put on a lot. Clearly, we've been doing this for weeks. I put on a lot of yardage here. And every time I change colors, I have been messing with the pattern. Now, for this project, I decided I wasn't going to do floating selvages. Notice no floating yarns there, no floating selvages. So I have been challenging myself to only use basically plain weave and basket weave. So those are the two that I'm kind of alternating and playing with different kind of options. And it doesn't have to be like a full basket weave. It can be, I like break up the parts and play with it from there. So that is the concept. Let me kind of show you how it's going. Hello, Shirley. Okay, so it's the new device. I feel like I can't get quite as close, can I? It's not quite as close. Okay. You guys still play along there, right? All right, here we go. So for this version, you saw, as I brought you nice and close, that I have kind of two big blocks. And one block is just plain weave, just, over, under, just like a pot holder. Yay for pot holders. But the other block is a little, I just keep thinking they look like bow ties. So I'm going to call it a bow tie option. That's the official, there's no weaving police. I'm going to call it what I want. It's a bow tie block. That's what we're going to call it. So here's what that looks like. I'm going to start with plain weave, just 4 picks. That's all. And I have, by the way, I have the loom. I have everything tied up. So I have 1 and 3. I have plain weave on the outside, basically. That's the way I like to do it. So I have 1 and 3 on the left, and I have 2 and 4 on the right. So I like that kind of rocking motion, left to right, when it comes to plain weave. That's always been my preference. But then the ones in the middle, I did just like a 2-2 twill, basically. So I've got the 1 and 3 on this treadle over here on the far left, and then it's 1 and 2, 2 and 3, 3 and 4, 4 and 1. That's how I have them all tied up. Easy peasy. I'm not using most of them. I guess I'm using 4 of them for my challenge here. But you can play with that. And I feel like if I want to break into a 2-2 twill at some point, I have the option to do that because I am all ready. So here we go. This is me clear my shed. So just like I said, 4 picks of plain weave. I moved my overhead light so it wasn't glaring and you couldn't see it now, but now it's not bright enough. Boy, you can't win for losing, can you? Okay, next, 2 and 4. Just easy peasy. By the way, I am also, for this project, I am just not pulling hardly at all. This is a big old heavy beater bar, and I am just letting it kind of place it. You know what I mean? I'm really not squishing hardly. I'm not adding any additional pressure. It's nice and zen. It's nice and easy this time around. It's just placing it. You know, sometimes in August, you just want to place the yarn. You don't need to smash it. You don't need to pull tight. Nah. You just be nice and gentle. Right? Okay, so that was my 4 picks. Next up, I'm going to do my little bow tie feature. That's going to have to be a thing now, a bow tie feature. So here's how I do that. Start off with 1 and 3. And next, I go 3 and 4. So just a little, like they're just spaced a little differently, which also means they're going to squish up nice and close to each other, and back to 1 and 3. That's the whole thing. So to keep it interesting, I'm now going to go and do it kind of on the opposite side, which sounds, I know there are times that I'm saying things that make sense in my head, and you're all probably like, what is she talking about? But, you know, bear with me. All right, so now it's 2 and 4. The other side, so I'm all kind of on the right side here. And to make the part of the bow tie, this is 1 and 2. And then back to 2 and 4. And that is the little kind of bow tie-ish feature. And now I'm going to do it 2 more times. Now, okay, what's been fun is that at this point, you know, I've gone through many colors at this point. And each time I change colors, I need to think up a new variation. And I got to tell you, that has been good for me. It's been good. It's like a fun way to really stretch yourself, because I still am restricting myself to just plain weave and basket weave, those components. And it's been fun because turns out you can do a lot of variations. A lot. I don't know. I bet there's at least color number 8, I bet. Maybe somewhere in there. Okay, I'll bring it one more time so you can see. Yep. So here we just did this part right here. That's what we just did. But as you can tell, like I'm just kind of placing these. So my plain weave isn't very close together. It's got nice room. I want some air to breathe in there, especially then when I go to actually wash them and dry them. I want to make sure they fluff up a little more, which means a little space is good in between all of the picks. So this is the color du jour. By the way, check out the green here. This actually was all little bow ties. I just went through back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Fun, huh? That is the project du jour. Yeah. That's the plan, friends. So, okay. Let's finish strong, shall we? Yes, I think we shall. Sky says, just amazing how it looks completely different because you changed the different weft color. It really does, Sky. I think that is that's always a great reminder, is that you can completely change the look of the fabric with so little, like a new color, even just the tweaking the treadling. If the weft yarns are closer together, you see more weft. If they're farther apart, you see more of the warp. I mean, this is why weaving is so flippin' cool. Right here, it's the littlest thing, and you have completely new fabric. That's a great observation. I love that, Sky, and I could not agree more. Yeah. Okay, let's see. Do we have anything to catch up on here? Okay. This guy says, I better start collecting yardsticks. Did you see all of them down there? By the way, you don't need yardsticks. I had a friend who was a crafter, and she bought a gross of them. I think it's 144. Someone correct me if that's wrong. And she kept them for a very long time, thinking she would use them, and then she didn't. She was like, do you want yardsticks? I was like, yes, please. Because I have a 36-inch loom. I was like, I'll use them all. And by the way, you probably saw the yardsticks on the front. I know it's not the kind of thing that everyone does. I do, because I tend to be a little overly worried about the details. So at least in some cases, isn't that funny? I'm not always worried, but I am always like, if the tension is wonky, it's not going to be fun. So I do a lot of things in order to keep good tension. So as the sticks fall off the back, I just move them to the front. I just do, especially for this kind of project, because it's very narrow, but it's going to be really big. Like there's going to be a lot of rotations here. So I just want to make sure things don't get out of sorts. Out of sorts weaving projects is just not great. Okay, so, thank you, Lori. She says, link for the Acting Community Insider. Yes, look at you leading me right into the next thing. Weaving Study Hall is next week. Yes, friends, let me put this right here. If you have been thinking you might want to check out the Acting Creative Insiders membership, there's so many reasons to do so, friends. There's so many good things happening there. Not only do we have weaving tips twice a month, we have an amazing online Weavers Guild that is really, it's so wonderful, and they're really getting some good momentum there. But pardon me, we are starting up something called the Weaving Study Hall. So if you're having trouble finding time in your schedule to sit down and weave, it is twice a month, an hour each time, and we're going to put on the Zoom, and we're going to be like, hi, what are you working on? And then we're going to work for an hour, and that's going to be your dedicated time to be working on your project. Wherever you are in the process, it doesn't matter. It's going to be really, really valuable and available to any of the paid tiers. So now is a great time to try it out. Come on over and come hang with us in Weaving Study Hall. We promise we'll behave. Well, no, we can't promise that, but we can say we'll try to be. Just come on. Just that's fine. Okay. So let's see. What else do I need to mention today? What else on my list? Handwoven experience this week was all about wraps per inch. And here's what's been interesting. That abbreviation has come up in my kind of purview a couple times in the last, I don't know, a couple months. I was like, I should really talk about that, just to make sure people understand the difference between wraps per inch and ends per inch and picks per inch. So it's just a kind of fun conversation about learning some more weaving terminology, which is always good for us. What else is on my list? Okay, friends, if you aren't yet getting the love notes that come out on Wednesday, you're invited. Come on over. I always tell a little story, and then make sure you have links to the free stuff that's happening so that you can be, helping my goal is always to help with your weaving journey wherever you are. So that's what the love notes are, a little connection to me, and then just to make sure that you have the resources at your fingertips that you need to succeed. Yay for succeeding as weavers. Woohoo! Okay, I think that's everything on my list, friends. What did I forget? Yes. See, she's so good. It does. That's very true. Yeah. Connie says, I did a napkin with twill threading and did the 1, 2, 2, 4 throughout. It was bubbly and cute, but you need to watch the selvage because sometimes the thread didn't pull properly. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Connie. I love that. Oh, hello, Marcia. For those of us who make it up as we go along, not surprised that your left is changing. Mine changes every few rows. Yes, for sure. I love that. Okay, friends. I'll be right back here next Thursday. Mark your calendars. Next Thursday, live at the Loom. Same bat time, same bat channel. And gosh, I hope we're cutting this sucker off. That's what I hope, friends. Fingers crossed that the weaving gods are smiling at me this week and I can get lots done. I don't even think there's that much left. It's going to happen. I'm going to commit right now that we'll cut this sucker off next week. How's that? You have to hold me to that now. Okay, wish me luck. Okay, have a wonderful week. You know what your homework is, right? Do something creative just for you. Just take a moment, listen to that little inner voice, and do something creative. Just for you. It's good for your soul. It's good for you. Listen to you. And I will see you back here next week. Make sure you join the Acting Creative Insiders so you can try out our very first study hall. Woohoo! It's going to be awesome. Have a wonderful week, and I will see you right back here. That's the thing. Okay, I have to go before I embarrass myself more. Have a good one, friends. Happy weaving.